Dev, we're going to switch it up a little bit today. I know your initial background was with boxing, right?
Boxing and throwing people on a scalp. That's my background.
Okay. Your original dungeon?
Back on Garfield Street. Well, not on Garfield, the little joint up Germantown in the building, in the basement shit. So yeah, it was with that. I was with Zah first over at Fast Lane before it was even Fast Lane. Back when he was at 44th on what's that, the Walnut Street Gym on 44th Street. We was up at the upstairs with it. Then he took me up and dropped me off at Bozy and just left me there one night. So I was with Bozy for a little bit. He taught me a whole bunch. So, but yeah, I've been around.
All right, so as far as Boots goes, you remember young Boots?
Boots, I think when he was a kid, I only seen him maybe 2-3 times. But yeah, I saw him when he was with Boots, 23, so I'll probably
He's 25.
25?
Yeah.
So I probably saw him when he was like 8, 9 years old, 10 years old, something like that.
Now, as far as his development goes, he still hasn't been able to get a marquee fight, even though the guys are supposed to be step-ups. You know, he's icing them in 1 or 2 rounds. What's the logical next step if he can't get a Terence Crawford or Errol Spence in the ring?
Well, here's the thing. For him, he not a giant talker. You feel me? He's one of those guys that sell tickets off of his merit. He's not a guy that's selling tickets off of his act. You feel me? So you're not one of those guys that's going to talk your way into a title. You're not one of those guys. You're one of those what they say, high risk, mid reward now. Your merit is enough that you get knocked off is good, but a lot of people still feel like he's too unproven. I think the thing he needs is one of those names like a Ugas. He would need some, I would say the kid from England, Chocolate Brownie, but he's retired,
Kell
right?
Brook retired.
He retired, but Kell Brook. But he needs something like that, a former champion that has fought one of these guys. Because even though all fight math is stupid, if he goes in there and dusts one of them off and they had, you know, rounds put in with one of those guys, then you can't really say nothing.
Then you play the, okay, well, you did this to him, but I did this. Yeah.
And we all know, again, fight math is like, that ain't.
Yeah, but that's how promotion is done.
But exactly. Right now, in terms of merit, you've done everything you're supposed to do, which was ice every person in front of you. And the last dude he fought was, I mean,
it was
it was supposed to be a step up.
Yeah.
What happened?
I think it was like 20. Castillo Clayton was like 20-something and 0.
Yeah, and what happened?
2 rounds.
It didn't even look like sparring. It looked like he was disciplining somebody. You know, like when you come up in the gym, somebody do bad in school, they throw him in the ring. Because you was fighting in school, go fight in there. They let one of the old heads punch on you a little bit to teach you a lesson. That's what it looked like. It looked like he was being disciplined. So when he going out there and blowing through those guys at that level, it's like he has to get somebody with a former title holder that's fought one of these guys. I think Ugas would be probably the best move if he can get it. Manny's gone, obviously, so that's probably not going to happen. Thurman would rather, he'll rather stand in the middle of traffic than he would fighting Boots. That's just not going to happen. So, I mean, realistically, the only guys I feel like merit-wise that can get up, Sean's retired, so that's not going to happen. Sean would have been a really good one. Sean would have got knocked the fuck out. Yeah, I mean, you got Danny there, but Danny just moved up. And it's like, you know, at this level, there ain't no point in 2 guys from the same city bumping into each other like that when there's other options out there. So, yeah, I think the best move would be something like a Ugas, but will they take that fight? Will they take that fight? You got the other guys, the up-and-comers, the Connor Benns and stuff like that. But the problem with them is they getting the same talk that Boots is getting. So Boots smoked one of them, you still ain't smoked Thurman. Thurman would have did that, you know, then they would have been You get the Mario Barrios. That's another good body. But honestly, no, because after he beat the Russian dude a couple. Yeah, he got to go. Ugas the only logical name that would be like a decent step up outside of him just facing one of the guys. But
would Ugas be willing to get in the ring with Boots after getting his face broke by Errol?
Exactly, and that's the problem. So it's one of those things where he's a talent, but he's running into wrong timing. You got a lot of guys that's established and a lot of up-and-coming guys, but he's kind of in between. You feel me? Like, he's been doing this a lot longer than people have probably paid attention to. I mean, his record, obviously, you don't get that many fights in like a year and a half. But, yeah, Ugas would have to be willing to take it, or somebody at that level, and I can't think of nobody at that level at 47 outside of Ugas, who was a former champion, that'd be willing to take it. Again, the up-and-coming guys sound good, but the reality of it is if he beat them, it's still, they gonna just say it's the same situation.